Hello guys, welcome back. Well, I'm back on the water, but this time, for the first time, with an outboard. It's a lot easier, well, except for the portage. That's a little bit of work, but yeah, it's a lot easier when you're on the water. Not so peaceful, but it's a new experience. And this is a boat tent, or tent boat, whatever way you want to put it. We'll go over that when we get to camp. We've also got some beers from Beer 52 who are sponsoring this video, so have a look at them and give you guys a code. We'll do a little cooking, and I don't know how this is going to go, so let's find a spot. So there's a nice looking spot just over here. It looks easy enough to get out there as well. But I'm just going to go a little further past this tree down here and just see what's what, and I can circle back if I need to. Well, this is looking interesting. We've got a swing. I like that. It's quite open, but I like it. So, hello, we're on land. So, I think I'll show you around my little boat and all of that, and we'll get on with things. So this is a boat by Bark. Apparently they're a Ukrainian company. They make ribs, as you call them, the inflatables with the solid floors. This one's 290. I can't remember the exact name, but it's 290 centimeters, not quite 3 meter one. I've taken it out 2 or 3 times for a couple of little sea trials, and all's been going pretty well, especially with my history of being on the water. You can see the solid floor in there and the seats, which I can remove for sleeping in later. You've also got the oars or paddles, whatever you'd like to call them, set on the side there for an emergency. And at the back here you can see my Suzuki 2 horsepower 2-stroke engine outboard. Works a treat. This is a tried and true outboard. It's been used by Honda, Suzuki, I think Yamaha. They all license the same design, so it's very reliable and very popular. I got this second hand for just over 200 quid, all reconditioned. And I've got to say, this is looking like a beautiful, peaceful spot. The only problem, if you want to call it that is actually a path there at the edge of this tree. Not seen anyone on it though as of yet, but you can probably see it's a river walk that goes from there down the river, back the way I come. See the vessel a bit better now, and I do need to turn off the fuel supply there. I did always close off the air at the top there as well. Voila! This is a dry bag I've not used in a long time. Been using the big one for the bigger canoe trips. So let's see, here we go. Not seen anyone around here yet, which is a good sign. It is getting later in the day. I did set off quite late because trying to be somewhat stealthy. Did have someone go past on a kayak, but yeah, there is a lock further down that way. I went as far as that and turned back around, and I think this is the best spot. I'm a little open here, but yeah, I think we'll be okay. It's a new thing, a new experience. Now there is a road just about audible at times in that direction. I think that's because we're coming up for rush hour, and it's about half a mile from here looking at the maps. But I've got my cup of tea to chill out. I slimmed down my brew kit and my tea bag burst. I knew that was going to be hot though. It is raining acorns under this oak tree. They're all plopping in the water and on my head. Okay, so let's talk turkey. I've obviously got this boat tent, which we'll have a play around in a minute while we're on land. My initial intention was to do it on the water, just find a little nook, maybe further down here, and to also cook on it. That's probably not that safe, so I'll probably cook out here. So we'll have a go at putting it together. We'll cook out here, and then make a decision whether I'm just going to set up here, which is a bit next to the path, or whether I put it in the water and kind of go behind the bushes and sleep there. Now that has dangers. Deflation from a slow puncture I'm unaware of and stuff like that, and being stuck in a tent on a boat, but that is kind of the intention in it, so I don't know. I'll have a think about it. I know exactly what you guys want me to do. You want some drama or suspense, so yeah, you want me on the water, don't you? So this whole thing on the front here is the tent, so it latches on like so. There are connectors for these tent poles, and this is the second one that I've broke, so I do have a backup kind of. There we go. Right, so I had one spare and another has broke. Oh my god. That's a big problem. Now, honesty time, I come out 2 days ago to do this and one of them things broke and I was like, sod it, too much has gone wrong. I'm going to go home and try it again in a couple of days. A couple of days later I've had 2 broke already. Now I did make another one out of wood, which is probably the only one that's working. So now I have to make some decisions. Sometimes I'm trying to make a video and it just keeps fighting me. This seems to be one of them. I suppose there's a few unfamiliar things, like with most of my videos, but on the water and stuff as well. But the part that is fighting is the tent part itself. Now, I tried to mitigate that and it's still not working. So, I think I've got to do a jump forward. And it's the next day. I've just come all the way to this spot and went to set up the shot. Didn't have my tripod or my fuel, I noticed. I was like, oh god. I had to go back to the last lock where I'd set it down to move the boat and pick it up. Luckily it was still there. Anyway, I got to see a lot of nice wildlife on the way. I've seen a couple of kingfishers, beautiful blue and orange, and I even saw, just saw a buzzard go over, I even saw a turtle. I think it might have been a terrapin, I don't know. It's like this big, it was a big boy, just resting on a log, and that's a rare sight indeed here. But I'm back, I've got more time now to fanny around, and I'll show you what I've done. Firstly, this is my snazzy skateboard. I got this, it was the cheapest I could find online and next day delivery, and that allows me to put the rear of the boat on it to portage. Right, and here's what I've been up to. You can see here all the broken ones of these and what I've been whittling. Now I had whittled one already, but yeah, I've done another 4, so I should have a couple of spares, and I've even got one of these still. But if these break while they're in there, I need to drill them out. Is this one drilled out one? Yeah, that's a drilled out one. So I'm going to empty this again and get her set up as a bit of a test setup, maybe take her on the water. So this means I can show you in a bit more detail how to set this up. This comes as a pair, even though I'm not even sure if the tent part is made by Bark. So this is the frame part, and that slots in these kind of accessory holes, I don't know, for fishing rods or whatever. And that's one of these per side. Just going to give her a few extra pumps just to make sure. Now's the bit there's trouble every time. So we've got a big window on the front. And that front section clips on. These do come off quite easily. I need to put in my dowels that I've carved. I then need to hook it on there and there. And that is that, I think. On the other side here you can see they roll up the sides, so I can get in and out with difficulty by the looks of it. So I guess I'm going to have to give this a go. I think it's best I roll up this side as well for getting in and out for now. I've only been keeping this front seat in for a bit of structural rigidity, but I think we're going to take it out for this, especially for when I'm sleeping in here. And you can see it just runs on rails. So you can probably tell this is pretty heavy duty canvas with like a backing and PVC for the windows. So I've got no real worries about it. By the way, it is supposed to be raining early hours now. Right, what side are we getting in? Right, so this is awkward getting through the small gaps left by the frame of the tent here. But I think it's still easier than putting the tent up when you're on it because of the way it comes unbuckled. I could be wrong. Right, I'm in. I just have to open the breather and put the fuel on and choke. Aha! Right, it's a lot harder to see. Actually looks easier on the camera than in real life. Right, I've just cut out the engine and just kind of taking stock of everything here, but it all looks pretty good. There's some joints that are a bit big, but they are hand whittled, but it's holding together. And yes, hard one to film this. Elegant. Well, other than being a little hard to control while doing a drone and everything at the same time, I'm pretty confident with that. I've actually got another bit of paracord with me and a couple of pegs, so I want to peg out somewhere along here. I don't think I'm going to stay on this kind of beach area here. Do I cook inside? I don't know. Maybe I should have a beer. Well, this represents a small portion of the many beers I got in this month's Beer 52. And it's a good one because it's the Northern Monk. So for those of you who don't know, Beer 52 is a beer subscription service. It's all about drinking better rather than drinking more, and I've discovered some really great beers through them in the past. Now, they come delivered to your door in a box. You also get the Ferment magazine, which is all about beer, which we all love. And you also get some snacks as well. This one had a couple. I'm going to have one shortly. Now this month Beer 52 has teamed up for a collaboration with Northern Monk. I do love a Northern Monk. I've been in their bar in Manchester. They've got 10 never before tasted beers, and they're all collaborative efforts with artists and athletes and things like that. This one is Tropical Soup, Tropical IPA, right up my street, 6% by volume, and yeah, part of the Patrons project. Ooh, that is an unusual one. Oh, there's the tropical coming in. Oh, I do like that. Love a Northern Monk, and Beer 52 do send some good beers through. You can even specify to light beers, kind of like me. I'm not into my stouts and things like that. Now the guys at Beer 52 have given my viewers an exclusive offer of 10 never before tasted limited edition beers from UK brewing legends Northern Monk. If you go to beer52.com/Kent, all uppercase, that'll be on the screen right now, beer52.com/Kent, and all you have to do is cover the postage of £4.95 to get your beers delivered to you for free. I've been working with Beer 52 for this last year, and they've been very receptive to the feedback I've given them from you guys and from myself, and they are really good at supporting small breweries and kind of pushing their beers and getting them out there. Right, I'm going to enjoy this, think over what I'm going to do next. One of them rare times where I have signal camping, and I've had a look at the weather. That rain's coming in about 4 AM. I don't know how heavy that's supposed to be getting, but yeah, if I can't cook on land, I can try and cook breakfast on the boat itself. Now I might be mad, but I've just figured out what I think this tastes like slightly. Southern Comfort. Bizarre. Now I don't really mind the fact this is the third time I've been down here in a few days because it's just so beautiful. And I was going to say peaceful, but I've got an aeroplane going over. But it's lovely. The view from the water is always very different from land, even if you're in a familiar place. It's just like a very different perspective of the world. It's strange, but loving it. I was tossing up a couple of locations for the first video with this boat. Now, do you think she's seaworthy or estuary worthy? I think I'm going to have to do a trial run. Might take you guys along. It is only a 2 horsepower outboard. Might as well be comfortable while I'm sat here. Got probably an hour of chilling really, depending on when I want to start dinner. Now I've got another beer. I've got a Summit Hazy IPA, and looking at the can, that's Hazers in Haze Outdoors, isn't it? And in collaboration with Polly's as well. We've drunk some Polly's on the channel before. I'm assuming that's Haze. Let's try this out while we chill. Just had someone go past on a canoe. I think they were kind of in training. Oh, very nice indeed. Yeah, no weird aftertastes or anything. I think when you have a camera out, when you're in weird places like this, it does legitimise you a little bit, especially with like the wildlife and everything. It's not unusual to have bird watchers, twitchers, that sort of thing, so kind of it makes you less obvious as to what you are doing. Just sat here thinking about that turtle I saw earlier. Did a little research on my phone. I think it's a red-eared slider, an invasive species because we've got no kind of natural ones here, and it was big. They can live like 100 odd years. So I'm wondering if it's one in that craze of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in kind of 1990-ish, and got let free and has just been living there since. Bit of a theory, but it makes sense. It was very big. I did double back to try and film it, and it slid, as the name would suggest, back into the water off of its log. Maybe I'll see it on the way home. Easy peasy. Right, so I've got steak and mashed potato, and the mash just needs some water boiling, so try that much. Woo. Turn this off, take the lid off. Oh, here's the scary bit. Oh no, that's okay, that's okay. I'm actually going to pour it and let it kind of, should hold the heat. Right, I've got a 28-day aged ribeye, and we'll salt that. Could have done with a couple more minutes there. That steak does not need long at all, and the mash is looking surprisingly good. Oh yes. I've got my steak and mash, which looks lovely actually, smelling nice. This is the Idahoan potatoes, got it in the pot this time just so I didn't have to bring another pot just to do that. But I've got taro. This is a West Coast Pale Ale, 4.5%. Amy Hastings, so that'll be the artist behind the can there. So give that a little sip before we dig into this steak. Very nice, very nice. And moment of truth. Bit pink in the middle. Oh. Yeah, that steak's a flavour bomb. I love them Idahoan potatoes. I've actually had them at home before when I'm feeling lazy. It's cool because I can sit here eating my dinner whilst looking at the sunset in the river. Last bite, the eye of the ribeye. Just as I was cooking that steak, someone came along with about 3 dogs, luckily muzzled because they were very interested in the steak. A little bit busier than I thought. Someone else come along as well. You'll know who you are. I forget your name, but thank you for coming and saying hello. They recognised me and your partner as well, so hi to you both. But yeah, busy spot. No one for a while now, not while I've been eating. So yeah, gonna digest this and finish this beer and make a bit of a plan for getting into this boat. Doesn't look like too much room for all my other stuff alongside the mat there, so we shall see. I will be taking that other seat out. Well, I'm on the GoPro, DJI, GoPro, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I got in the boat. I didn't think I'd film it because it wasn't going to be very elegant. I've actually stashed a couple of my dry bags in the bushes over there that I don't need in here. So I've got what I need. And what I need to do is let down the sides and seal this thing up. Oh dear. I say seal, it's not going to be actually sealed, but close enough. Come on. Oh, you haven't opened up. There you go. Come on. I've got the one at the back behind me there. I am going to get up with the sun, I think. Probably the safest bet. And I'll get some bug stuff out in a moment. I've got a feeling I'm going to need it. I can already see a spider there. Just to give you an idea of what I'm dealing with here, these will go down the side and my legs out, but as you can probably see there is gaps, especially where that line is coming out. I've got another line going from over there. Looks light on here, but it's pretty dark already. One more Northern Monk here, which Patrons Project, Dimensions of Existence, double IPA. It's a strong one. Looks like an artist. Sorry if you can't see it very well, but cramped conditions and everything. Cheers. Everything is pretty well inflated here. I might set my alarm for the middle of the night just to check on things. Maybe I'll keep one arm in this or use it as a pillow or something. I've still got the seat behind me here on, so I'll remove that. That might be good down the bottom there to get one of these bags up out of the way and have my legs underneath it. It's not a bad idea. Right, I've got myself some bug spray here, but I've also got my bug repeller. So I'm going to put in fresh thingies, pads, whatever you want to call them. Take out the old ones. And we'll hang that from the frame. We'll spray this around as well. I'm choking here. Moon's just coming up, and it's not particularly dark out here, not with the light off anyway. You can actually see out. But I think I'm going to get some kip now, so see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Oh, that was a broken sleep. Them acorns do make a racket, especially when they hit the actual boat itself. But other than that, it was very peaceful, very nice spot, and I was very comfortable in there. Usually that small thermarest mat, I feel a bit, you know, like I'm balancing on it, but with the sides in there and everything, you know, I was kind of slotted in, so it was quite comfortable. Plus I had the life jacket thing, which kind of helped pad out, you know, the side and everything. But not bad at all. And it looks like getting a sunrise and no rain. We'll see how that goes. You may have noticed it did get quite fogged up in there last night, which is fine. It is PVC after all. This is how I stashed some of my stuff on the riverbank. Made sure it was all in the green dry bags and put the green table on top of the carrier bag that's got the fuel in it. Actually a beautiful sunrise coming up. Didn't think I'd get that today. Still no rain. Do I keep the top on the boat? Not at all. Especially if it's fogged up. It's hard enough to see out of it anyway. But I might cook breakfast in there. If I disconnect these back ones, I should just be able to fold this down. Et voila! It worked being in the water like this, tucking it in, but you know, it does get unhooked and everything, so I am just going to remove it and fold it up. It did come with its own bag, but it's hard to get it into. I may as well remove the poles as well, just so they don't get damaged or anything. I'm just going to top this up with some fuel. We are rolling. rolling. Just going to find a little spot to do breakfast. I've pulled over to the side with all these reeds and everything, thinking they might catch me. Oh, bird. And I can cook some breakfast here. I don't know how easy that's going to be able to film. I don't know how easy it's going to be able to cook. So I'm thinking maybe the GoPro is going to be the answer here. Now I've got some banana, but obviously it's been in here a couple of days now. So it's not looking its best, but that shouldn't really matter for this. Let's get rid of that. And I am going to mush this. Now I'm going to slowly add flour to this. Maybe a bowl would have been good. Make kind of a paste out of it. I'm now going to put this mixture into a separate bag. This may seem a little convoluted. I did have room for another bowl. And into this bag I'm going to add milk, bit by bit, and work that in. I'm just going to work that into the mixture inside of the bag until we get like a pourable type batter. Beautiful out here, so peaceful. I've moved up a bit now so I can't hear that road in the distance, and it's just lovely. I'm fully willing to admit this could be the dumbest thing I've ever done. Right, let's get this lit. Low. Okay, I think we might be warm enough here for our banana pancakes. Make some small ones. Oh, just leave it at that. Okay, no spatula, so not too bad. Such a dummy, I forgot to put the egg in. It should still be okay, but well, that sun is up. Got my syrup. Yes, it's a small portion, and no, I can't be bothered to make any more, but I do have my syrup, which I nearly spilled. Give them a go. Definitely cooked through. That's pretty good. Never done this before. Hasn't got the egg in there, but it's still fine. There's still got baking powder in there for the rise. That's not bad. I'm sure it would be better with the egg. Give me a little energy for getting back. Oh, I don't have to paddle, do I? Wally. This is our only way out of them reeds. Okay guys, I think that's a good a time as any to call it for the video. I'm on my way back to the first lock and then, you know, etc, etc. But I think it's been a good maiden voyage. Everything went pretty well. I've got a feel of the boat and stuff, especially after being up and down here 3 times. So I'll see you on the next one, and I'll try and do one soon where I take this out on the high seas. Thanks for watching, see you soon, and remember, check out Beer 52 and the code below for that amazing offer of your 10 free beers. Just pay the postage. See you soon. Bye.